Have you ever met a man who stirred something inside you? Something hard to name? A flash of envy? A jolt of admiration? Or maybe an urge to cut him down to size? He knows what he wants and never apologizes for it. He looks like trouble, and trouble doesn't scare him. He breaks the very rules you secretly resent, and deep down, you either hated him for it or wished you were him. But here's the thing. This isn't just about one man. It's about a powerful, ancient pattern woven deep into the human psyche. What Carl Jung would call an expression of the shadow, the primal, untamed parts we all carry but hide. You see this figure everywhere. Tyler Durden, the anarchist who burns down the illusion of safety. Tony Montana, the exile who takes by force what the world would never give him. Achilles, the warrior who charges into fate without hesitation. The outlaw heroes, Robin Hood, Han Solo, those who bend or break the rules on their own terms. And here's what may surprise you. The bad boy lives inside you too. From birth, you were initiated into a quiet program. Be agreeable, be safe, be nice. Show aggression, and you were told to calm down. Want something badly, and you were urged to be humble. Speak uncomfortable truths, and you learn to be polite instead. So you cut pieces off yourself to fit the mold, dimming your hunger, dulling your defiance, smiling when you wanted to snarl. These parts became your shadow. They didn't disappear. They went underground, into the unconscious, growing with every moment you silenced yourself, denied your desires, or swallowed your truth. The bad boy is the shadow overexpressed. He doesn't filter himself for approval. He doesn't suppress his will to keep you comfortable. He steps toward danger because it calls to him. That's why he fascinates you, because he embodies the parts of you you've been taught to bury. He is the free, raw expression of your hidden darkness. But this is more than a story about men. It's about how women feel him too. Sexual attraction often defies social logic. Why do women, even those who say they want a safe man, find themselves drawn to the bad boy? He's rarely on the list of ideal husband traits. He's not the man she introduces to her parents. But in the dark, when no one's watching, he walks through her fantasies. The rebel, the rule breaker, the one who never asks for permission. The bad boy represents libidinal freedom, not just sexual energy, but the primal life force itself. Freud called it the libido. Jung expanded it into the instinct to individuate, to grow beyond constraints. In a woman's psyche, this energy often appears as part of the animus, the inner masculine that is bold, dangerous, and decisive. She may reject it consciously, but unconsciously, she craves its fire. The bad boy in the world mirrors this inner figure, sparking responses that bypass logic. He isn't bad or evil. He's raw and whole in a way most men are not. But don't romanticize him without knowing his roots. The bad boy often emerges where there's no strong, grounded father. Sometimes it's absence. Other times, surrender. Like the young boy Jim Dean in the film Rebel Without a Cause. Coming home to find his father mopping floors in an apron, submissive and scared of his wife. The spark in his eyes gone. The boy feels it. He learns contempt before respect. Somewhere inside, he swears, "I will never kneel like that." So he throws himself against authority, testing his strength in open defiance. This is not just rebellion. It is a search for initiation, the kind of rituals like bull jumping that traditional cultures once provided, where a boy was tested, broken down, and rebuilt as a man among men. You could see these initiation rituals mostly in tribes, where it's absolutely necessary for a boy to master his darkness in order to serve and protect his tribe. In our modern world, these rites have all but vanished. Rather, men are tamed down so that the system stays intact. So the bad boy forges his own path. Through fights, risk, seduction, and danger. But without guidance, this initiation can wound as much as transform. The man emerges strong but aimless, brave but undisciplined. And then there's the opposite trap, denying the shadow altogether. Trying so hard to be good that instincts are amputated. But what's repressed always returns twisted. Instead of boldness, sarcasm. Instead of desire, manipulation. Instead of risks, sabotage. Passive aggression, cowardice masquerading as strength. No one respects this man, not himself, not others. Here's the paradox. The same fire that makes the bad boy magnetic can burn his life to ashes. Myth warns us. Icarus, who flew too close to the sun. Prometheus, who stole fire and suffered eternal punishment. The bad boy's refusal to bow makes him powerful but isolates him. Without integration, he becomes trapped in endless rebellion. He wins admiration from afar but fails at intimacy. His life becomes a series of conquests without a kingdom to rule. Eventually, he destroys himself or ages into a bitter ghost. But there is a way to make use of this wild energy. There is a way to channel the bad boy inside, to forge him into a force that serves you, not destroys you. And that way begins in the hard, confronting moments life throws at you. Because the bad boy doesn't awaken in comfort or ease. He is stirred in fire. In moments when you're pushed to your limits. When injustice demands you stand up. When betrayal cuts deep. When the world dares you to fight back. Your polite mask cracks. Your true instincts rise. Protection, defiance, hunger for freedom. This is when you meet the bad boy inside, raw, unfiltered, wild. And these moments are your initiation, not something to fear or avoid, but the very doorway to mastering that power. To integrate means you face those moments head on. You don't deny the aggression or hide it. You lean into it with awareness and control. You feel the fire, but you choose how to wield it, not as destruction, but creation. These challenges become your forge, the crucible where chaos turns to courage and rebellion to wisdom. Without this confrontation, the bad boy remains asleep or distorts into rage or passive aggression. But with it, he becomes your ally. Integration is the real solution. It's not becoming the reckless bad boy, nor suppressing him entirely. It's owning your aggression without being consumed, speaking your truth with respect, not cruelty, taking bold risks that build rather than break, standing fiercely independent but deeply loyal. It's the journey from boyhood rebellion to manhood sovereignty. It's when your shadow rises to consciousness and becomes a source of strength, creativity, and authenticity. Have you dared to meet that part inside? The part that refuses to bow, but also refuses to burn everything down. This is your test, your invitation to wholeness. Master this, and you stop being divided. You become a man who stands firm, free, respected, and whole. Turn away, and you risk a life of regret, watching others claim the power that was meant for you. Integration demands courage, discipline, and brutal honesty with yourself. But it promises transformation beyond reckless rebellion or timid conformity. It is the path to becoming the man you were always meant to be. The bad boy is not your enemy, not your hero. He is your test. Master him, or be mastered by him.